159. Okay. In this chapter, we are going to learn about angles, parallel lines, and triangles. Okay? But before we go into all the angles and things, we must first understand what are points, lines, and rings. Okay, so on page 159, there are some definitions. Okay, points. Number one, a point actually is just a location. We want to know where something is, we give it or we name it a point. So it is a bit different from like a circle. If we draw a circle got size. It has a radius, it takes up a certain space, it takes up an area. But when we are talking about a point actually is, although when I draw like that, it still looks like there is, it's still like got a shape there, but actually, but by the definition of the point, actually it has no size at all. So there is not supposed to look like it is taking an area. Okay? But just that when I'm drawing or when we are drawing, we can never really draw a point that is so small that you can see. Okay? So in theory, the point have no size one. But when we are drawing, usually we will either mark it across, and then this is the intersection is the point where we are talking about, or sometimes we may draw a point but it's for you or for ourselves to better see the point. But actually the point is infinitely small one by right. It shouldn't take up any space at all. It shouldn't take up any area at all. But when we are drawing or when we are marking, we will usually use a cross or use a dot. Make it a bit bigger so that you can see. Okay? But the actual point itself is no size one. Okay? And then line, when we are talking about line, by the definition, the line got no ending. So it will continue, keep going to the right, keep going to the left. This is what we call a line. Okay? And let's say I have a straight line. That means there are endless points on this straight line. Okay? All the points, they are so small that it can be very close together. But if we put all these points that are close together, we keep extending, it will become a line. That is what they are trying to say. A line has an infinite number of points. Because point got no size. So you can put never-ending amount of points on this line. So this is why they say a line has infinite number of points. It has no width. Just like a point doesn't take up any area, a line don't have any width one. By definition, it is just a line. Okay? So when we have a point, we can talk about its position. Where is this point? When we have a line, we can talk about where is this line. And one more thing we can talk about of a line is the length. How long, sorry, this one is not a line yet. A line, we don't talk about it just has no width. It will just continue in one dimension. Okay, there isn't a thickness or there isn't a width. Okay, we can have a straight line, we can have a curved line. All these are lines. Then we move on to the next line.
The curve also has 2 points. Can the curved line be putting points?
Yes. A curved line also has endless points on the line. Because line got no width, line got no points got no size. So you can place any amount of points on the line.
Okay.
Okay? Then the next thing we learn about is a line segment. When we talk about a line segment, segment itself means it is a part. So it is a part of a line. So a line will continue, but a line segment is a line with ending. Meaning, we can start here and end here. Okay? So there are start and end to it. So we call it a line segment. There is a starting point, there is an ending point. Okay? So for a line segment, we can measure the length of the line. From primary school, we have learned how to measure a distance. Okay? So when we want to measure the length of a line segment, what is the thing that you use? Measure distance? Ruler. Okay? So a ruler can help us measure distance or the length between the start point and an end point. Spider-Man, please take out your mask. Okay? So segment means a part. Line segment means it's part of a line with a start point, with an end point. So when we have a line segment, we can measure the distance or measure the length of a line segment. Next line that we are learning is called a ray. Ray means there is a start point, but there isn't an end point. It can continue going. Okay? Or there is one endpoint, then the other side never end. But also we don't want to keep drawing and drawing and drawing. So we use an arrow to indicate that it is continuing. Okay? Do you all remember we also see arrows before in one line that we learned at the start of the year? We have learned about one line that continues, that continues. The name of this line starts with N. In maths, we learned about something that starts with N. Number line. Yeah lah. So simple. Okay? So number line also 1, 2, 3, 4. To the right it keep increasing, to the left it also keep increasing. So we use the arrow to indicate that we never end. So say your ray is also, there is an end point or a start point, and then the other side never end. It continue to go on and on. Okay? So it's the same idea. The arrow is used to indicate that it continues. Okay. So, if we have two lines that are not parallel to each other, I have one line going this way, I have one line going this way, then these two lines will meet at a point, and this is where we call it an intersection, a point of intersection. Okay? So if we first just look at one of the line, this line, remember a line can have infinite points. So there are many points on this line. On this other line, let's use another color. I forgot I have so many different colors. So on this red line, there are also infinite points, all these red color points. On the black line, there are all these black color points. So at where these two lines meet, there is actually one of the points that lies both on the black line and also on the red line. There is this exact one point that is on both lines. So we call this the point of intersection. Intersect means the two lines meet. Okay? The point of intersection is the point where the lines meet. The lines meet. Okay? So that is point of intersection. Okay? So points and lines can easy. Next. When we talk about planes, this is a newer word, or maybe you are not so familiar with this word. Planes, not airplanes, but in this topic, in maths, planes is a flat surface. It just means a flat surface. Okay? So for example, this piece of whiteboard, we can consider it to be a flat surface, or there is this plane. Okay? Another plane that we have here is now the ground. We can consider the ground as a flat surface. So we have a plane that is horizontal. That is like our ground like that. And this plane is a flat surface that is like upright like that. We can call this a vertical plane. Okay, so a plane is a flat surface. Okay, now if you a plane, let me keep talking. So all the shapes that we usually talk about, like a square or a circle, okay, or a triangle, all these shapes we always refer it as a plane surface. So a square is now flat on the whiteboard. This circle is flat on the whiteboard. So all these are plane surfaces. This triangle is a plane surface. Okay? When is something not on a plane? For example, a circle is plane, it is flat. But if we talk about a basketball is not flat. You cannot compress the entire basketball onto this whiteboard. So a basketball is a 3-dimension object. It is not flat, so it is not a plane surface. Whereas a circle is flat. Okay? It got no thickness. Then we call it a plane and a surface. Okay? So can tell